Hello everyone, good morning. Welcome to Odoo for Beginners. Today we are going to discuss how we can import an opening balance. Okay, why it is important. If we are using any another accounting software and we are moving that transitions from another to Odoo, it's important to import an opening balance. Okay, in import that opening balance, we will cover that general ledger, open invoices, open bills, bank accounts, along with that inventories. For inventories, we will cover that next session, but here we are just going to concentrate on open bills, invoices, bank accounts, and general ledger. Okay, before I will demonstrate, just let me clarify one more concept here. Here we are going to import that opening balance, that general ledger balance that covers the receivable account. Along with that, when we are importing the invoices, it hits that receivable as well as the income account. This is same for that bill purpose and that payable also. Okay, so here what happens, here there will be a double balance for that receivable account. So for that, here we are going to use the concept of suspense account, that is the current asset type of account, and that temporary holds those value, so that nullify that double balance entry. Okay, so without wasting the time, let's jump to the database, and I have already created one company and I have already created the important chart of accounts. Okay, so now let me look into that my sheets. So let me go to that. This is my sheet that I have created. Okay, let's look into that what we have to import and invoice and bills and everything. Okay, so now here you can see that. Let me jump to that main. This is our main sheet, that accounts we are going to import as we are starting our financial year. Okay, this bank, credit card, account receivable, that fixed asset kind, this all accounts we are going to import, and I have already imported in our that company. Okay, now here if we want to import, then of course we have to make it as a Odoo importable template. Okay, so this all is very important: date, journal, reference, code, account, debit and credit. Okay, now along with that, here you can see that account receivable is that and account payable is that. So removing that entry is double entry. What we are going to do here, we are replacing that account receivable and account payable with that suspense account. Okay, this is very important point. Along with that, point number 2, here we can see that there is a account of bank also. If we are going to import the bank account, then there is nothing to reconcile. So here along with that, we are replacing that bank account with outstanding receipt. This is the point number 2. Okay, now this is regarding with that general ledger. Second is, I have already replaced and I have prepared that final file with that replacing and that outstanding receipt, opening suspense account and opening suspense account. Now this is next, we are going to import that invoices. So of course we have to make it as an importable file. This is the invoice importable file, Odoo importable file. These are very important, that unique lines, unique price. Okay, if anyone needs those templates, you can comment on that YouTube. I will provide you by email or like that. Okay, now here you can see that we have replaced that income account with 100311. This is nothing but our suspense account. You can see that, and same for that bills also. I have replaced that expense account with that payable, with that payable is replaced with that our suspense account. I hope everything is clear. Now the sheet is clear. Now we are going to import. Okay, so now let me jump to that database. I'm going to that accounting. In the accounting, I'm clicking on that general ledger, general entries. Okay, now import the records. Let me upload the file. Okay, this is my file. I'm going to import. Here of course I'm going to import that suspense account file. Here you can see that Odoo automatically compares with that value code, the journal items account, the journal items debit and credit, and let me test it first. We have tested, everything seems valid and we are going to import. Okay, so that is imported. Of course it will be in draft format. Let's check it. And that is important that we have already created that journal. Okay, that things that we have to create. Okay, now everything is clear. I'm just going to post it. So general ledger is imported. Now it's turns for the invoices. I'm going to import. Let's upload the file again. This is my file. We are going to import the invoices. Odoo automatically match the value with that. Okay, Now let me test it. Everything seems valid and let me post it. Now you can see that 6 are already there and let me confirm it. Okay. Now let me confirm. Invoice date is right. Let me just set to draft and let me confirm it again. Okay. Let me make that date as, yep, this is very important. Next is, let's consider that invoice date for March. For the next, let's consider again for that March, because we are going to confirm. Set to draft, yep, that's fine. I'm going to make those date as confirm and last not least. Okay, this all are here. Let's check that invoices first. Okay, all are here. Now let's do for that vendor bills also. Let me go to the bills. I'm just going to import the records, upload the file. Let me select that file and let me select that bills payable. Let me test it. Everything seems valid and let me import it. Okay, now this is my bill. I'm going to add that bill date. Of course, we have to make it for like that. Next one for March. Let me do for that next. Okay, let me confirm. It's March. Let me confirm. Okay, let me confirm and next. I hope, yeah, now all bills are confirmed. Okay, so first step general ledger, second invoices, and third is my bills. Okay, now let's check the reporting. In the reporting, let's go to the general ledger first. If you can see the general ledger, here you can see that opening balance account is already balanced with that 0. Okay, here you can see that account receivable, that account payable. We can check those entries by the balance sheet also. Let me jump to that balance sheet and let me make it as of now. Okay, okay, here you can see that as of 31st of March. Now here one more step is missing, which is regarding with that bank. Okay, if we will check that general ledger, you can see that outstanding receipt is 43,300. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to do the reconciliation. So I'm going to the accounting. I'm creating that statement manually right now. We can import, we can sync with the bank also. So let me make it the transactions. Okay, date is 31st 3. Let me use that Kanban view. Kanban works for me. Discard. I'm going to that new, date is 31st. Yeah, whatever that 43,300 might be that was, but let me check first what was that amount. Reporting and general ledger, 43,300. So 43,300. Okay, let me add that opening balance. Okay, now let me close it. Now let's check the dashboard. Here you can see that one to reconcile. Yeah, it's currently with the suspense account. We will check our 43,300. Right. Okay, and validate, and ribbon will be there for that reconciliation. Okay, these are the simple steps, but important is that we have to prepare that file and we have to replace those accounts with that suspense account. You can try from your side and let me know if you have any queries.